StreamYard is starting to confuse me. I had a brand new intro with all of us, and then it said, "You want to go live with intro?" I thought it was the intro that I had already. So hang on for a second. Here's the new intro.
Do it again. Just hit the button.
Hit the button
and see what happens. Spot on, Efren. Spot on.
So yeah, when I clicked on live, it said if I wanted to start the intro, the video with the intro. So that confused me. So I got to figure that out next time around. See what.
Nobody noticed, Efren. Nobody noticed.
But anyways, this is Comic Talk, where we each pick 2 questions, comic book or entertainment related, and 1 bonus question. Guys, thanks again for doing it with me this month. I really appreciate it. Peter, before we go any further, you got the comments.
Yeah, so we have got Ash. Nice to see you, Ash. Hope you're doing well. I've just spent a bit of time with a new channel, a chap called Mr. McGroovy. Fuzzy, if you can you try and put his channel link in the comments, please? Do us a favor, guys. Go and check him out over on Instagram. He's a brand new YouTube channel, just starting out. I think he's only got 2 videos out, and he's going to start doing an interview series. Please go check out his channel. Give him a follow. Let him know we sent you. Be much appreciated. Efren, I put your name forward for an interview because he wants to talk comics with comic book collectors. So yeah, please check him out. He sounds like a nice bloke. We've got Fuzzy. Another day, another stream. Some same 4 faces. Who said YouTube has to be fresh? How dare you, Fuzzy? I think you'll find, Fuzzy, you're incorrect. That intro was fresh and original, I would say. So yeah, flawless, absolutely. We got Rod. Nice to see you, Rod. Hope you're doing well, pal. This is why we tuned in. That intro is definitely something. Have a good day, thank you, Rod. And I need a new intro. Hook me up. Efren can do you on, and it'll be as flawless as that, Rod.
Yeah,
Efren will pull you on together, pal. Yeah, nice to see you too, Stephen. I hope you're well, pal. There we go. We're up to date.
All right, guys. Like I said, this is a show, Comic Talk, where we each pick. The guys send me 2 questions and a bonus question. They don't know what the questions are ahead of time. So anybody that's checking us out right now, if you want to give us an answer for some of these questions, please do. And let me get to it right away here. I have the first question. Who should buy Warner Brothers? They've usually been put on sale, and recently they say Netflix is into consideration. I don't know. I kind of wanted to see Disney buy it, but then at the same time, I don't know if I want to see them mix DC and Marvel heroes at the same time. That's a tough question because I think, we have Amazon, Netflix, obviously Disney, who knows what's on the 20th Century Fox, but some company is going to buy them up. Do you want it to be an established one, or would you guys like to see maybe some independent company go and buy them and do their own fresh take? At the beginning, I was leaning towards Netflix. I think they have a good track record. I like what they've been doing throughout the last 10 or so years, with all their products. So my choice right now would be Netflix.
So, yeah, I agree, Efren. Interesting to what the chat think. So, a couple of points you made there. Do I want Disney to buy it? Absolutely not. I think Disney's already a conglomerate. It's got far too much power, particularly in the nerdverse. It owns a lot of the big-time franchises. I don't want them doing DC as well. An independent, absolutely not, because to bring some of the DC kind of movies, some of the big properties that Warner Brothers has got to life, you're going to need deep pockets, and I'm not sure some of the independent films would be able to push that out. I do like Amazon. I think Amazon are putting some great stuff out, but Netflix seems to be the giant at the moment, and when Netflix does it well, it does it really, really well. If we look at Stranger Things and the success of that. So yeah, I'm with you, Efren. I'd go Netflix, I think, for me.
I think Universal NBC are going to grab it personally. Yeah. I think they'll get it in the long run because Universal already have a massive impact for their theme parks with Harry Potter, which is Warner Brothers. Obviously, they do the Halloween Horror Nights. They could then have access to Pennywise and a few more characters that they wouldn't need licensing for because they would own it technically. So personally, I could see Universal NBC buying it and sort of then being able to cash in on the Harry Potter stuff and the DC stuff. The theme park as well, especially in Orlando, still has a Marvel Land, which they've they are going to be forced to change that within the next 5 or 10 years. Because the contract will run out and Disney will not renew it. So Universal are going to have to retheme that land. So to have DC under the belt would be a very easy palette change job for them.
One of my favorite places to visit as well, Marvel Land. I love the decor there.
Always wanted. I think it's interesting because like you can look at it from a few different ways. Like people were saying about Paramount, it gives them access to the IP, so you can have like crossovers with Ninja Turtles, Nickelodeon stuff, and all. Or like, so I didn't even think about like theme parks and stuff like that. But like for me, I feel like Netflix is a good fit. Like they have licensed DC stuff before, like Sandman. I know Peter, you're a big fan of. You know they've done a good job with that. They're doing a Scooby Doo thing. I feel like a lot of the Warner, like I love the Warner Brothers IPs. But I hate Warner Brothers as a company because I just think it's terribly run. It's so cutthroat. They just scrap movies sometimes. Like it's awful, you know, especially the video game division is a whole other thing. But for me, I think Netflix, I feel like is a good fit. You would probably get more, like we'll see kind of more like Looney Tunes stuff cropping up in there. Maybe a new Scooby-Doo animated series cropping up on Netflix. But then I think they'll keep HBO Max and keep, the HBO channel and stuff like that. So like for me, I think Netflix is the right one.
Good stuff. I'll jump to the chat, guys. I've got an ear infection, so I'm deaf in one ear. But can you just let us know in the comments, guys? Is Mr. Keegan a little bit quiet tonight, or is that just my deafness? I'm not quite sure. it might just be me deafness.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I think everyone's all right. Yeah.
Oh, good. It's just me. It's just your dulcet tones, James. It's just
at least you won't have to listen to me in the car tomorrow.
I don't listen to you anyway, mate. I don't listen to you anyway. Yeah. So let's see what we've got. I'm just joining YouTubers everywhere. You absolutely are, Fuzzy. Thank you for putting us in touch with Mr. McGroovy. What we're doing tonight, Brian, the same thing we do every night, just with a slightly different flavour. We've shifted the screen around for you, Andrew. Normally I'm top corner. Now Efren's top corner and James is at the bottom. So there you go. It is different. It's different and unique.
You and James are still top and tailing though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, naturally, yeah. Canadian Survivors, nice to see you, pal. Hope you're doing well. Stephen, pleased to see Netflix. Yeah. Pod Racing Palpatine, hello there. Well, hello there to you as well. Netflix aren't in the same business. Why would they? They're not a traditional studio. They may want to branch out, Fuzzy, I guess. I'd rather Warner Brothers stay independent, but based on the quality of their originals, I'd like Apple's very good, mind. Some of the Apple stuff is very, very good. I agree with that, Andrew. I want those budgets on DC and other Warner Brothers properties. If anyone, it'll be Paramount, richest man in the world. They've just bought up loads. If anyone, it's Paramount. Yeah. Ozzy, nice to see you, pal. Hoping it'll be Netflix. I'd love to see what Netflix do with Scooby Doo. Oh, we're not meant to be. Live action
Scooby-Doo series coming next
year.
year.
I've heard you talk about that for a long time, James.
It was announced about a year ago, and then there was a blurb put out 3 or 4 months ago. So I'd say we'll get casting in the next by February, March. I think.
Okay. Netflix will end up breaking up Warner Brothers, which is potentially a problem. Netflix don't want any of the TV channels, including HBO. Stephen, just you, loud and clear here. Good stuff. Good to know that I'm deaf. Marvellous. Just shouting to me good here, guys, please.
Yeah.
If you could. Yeah.
All right, Peter, you're up next. You ready?
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember why I did these questions, but anyway. So I think we might have touched on this before. I think I was rereading Civil War the other day, which is one of my all-time. I think that's probably the best Marvel crossover. Another question for another time. I think we've had that one. But yeah, Civil War, one of the best ones, and it kind of spills out of this whole concept of them trying to register superheroes, and we obviously got that in the MCU as well. The entire premise is that these individuals who are vigilantes fighting crime and all the rest of it should have some kind of registration process so that they are kind of deputized, I guess you'd say, by official processes. But it would mean that they've got to reveal the secret identities. And I'm wondering, what are your thoughts on that, guys? Because there's been a whole hoo-ha made about it in the comics and then in the movies and stuff like that. And then I've seen some of the stuff, I'm sorry to go political, Efren, some of the stuff in America with ICE agents and all that kind of stuff, and you do start to think, well, actually, do you know what? Why should superheroes be running around in the tights without any kind of legitimate process? Or I don't know that it's wrong. I don't know that I would be. I don't know which side I would be on.
I definitely think if I like as a comic book fan, I'm like super pro Cap, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely, screw that. Like you do you. Whereas I think if I lived in a real world with superheroes, I would be heavily in favor of there needs to be accountability for what these things can do, and I would want some kind of a oversight on that.
Yeah, you see, I think you're right, James. I think you're right. Again, fuzzy's at us. Are you asking us a hypothetical question about a fictional issue? He's definitely ill. I am Fuzzy. I am asking you that. What would you do, Fuzzy? Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing? Sorrow, what are your thoughts?
I mean, if they sign up to like a registration act, then they're technically deputized by the government or some force, and that means then if it's like the government, there's own like an American government, then the Americans technically have access to all the superpowers. Do we really want them being able to use, say, Superman as a weapon?
Yeah, we talked in with the other day about Superman apparently joining the army, the US Army. Yeah, Efren.
I'm just talking about the comic book now. I didn't agree with it. I was pro Cap the whole way. I mean, just having some government type, some shadow figure, manipulating a superhero one way or another, and they did with that guy. I forgot his name. That used to bounce off things. He became that other character. He would cause, he would cause himself. Somebody died or something, and he just went totally.
Yeah, so Speedball was the reason it all kicked off, because he accidentally exploded nuke, didn't he?
Yeah.
Which killed a school full of children, which was what led to them pushing for the Registration Act. He became Penance, which is a really
Penance. That was it. Yeah, that was a weird character.
Weird. I mean, that was an interesting time for Marvel Comics, because Penance's whole thing was he self-harmed. I mean, that's an interesting thing to stick in a comic book.
It's such a tough subject. I mean, I don't want the registration, but at the same time, they should be kept in checks and balances. There should be something to keep them on the up and up, But yeah, it's a tough question. A good question, but tough question. Yeah.
Fuzzy's confirmed he'd be a super villain, so obviously it wouldn't bother him. Yeah. We're up to date with the chat, Efren.
Okay. I think you're up next, James. You ready?
Yep. I can't remember what it is, but what's the most disappointed you've ever been with a movie or a comic, TV show, or game?
Thor: Love and Thunder. Sorry, just jumping straight in there. Dog shit. I think I've made my opinion quite clear on this before, Mr. Keegan. One of the worst films I've ever seen. An absolute aberration to one of my favourite all-time characters. A steaming turd of a film. There you go.
Were you like super hyped going into that though? Were you really excited?
No, I wasn't super hyped. Yeah. No, to be fair, I wasn't, because I went in with a tinge of worry anyway, having seen some of the trailers and things like that, and knowing that they'd gone a little bit comedic in Ragnarok, but it was still workable. It still had enough good bits in it. But then the next one was just absolute dog shit. And I'll also go back to my previous answers that were talked about on Tuesday's show. The Michael Bay Transformers universe basically just shites on my childhood. So, yeah, there you go.
That's fair, yeah. For me, it's Babadook. I remember the hype around it was insane. Everyone was saying this is like the scariest thing ever made, or like, and this was in the kind of elevated horror kind of period where I was getting really into these movies with the witch and stuff, and It Follows and stuff. So I went into that expecting a masterpiece, and I hated it. Like I didn't think it was scary. I didn't like the characters. I didn't like the story. It had a couple of cool, like the Babadook as a character was cool. But like the movie around it, I thought was just awful. I'm curious. I've not seen it since the cinema. I'm very curious what I think on a rewatch. But I was so gutted, like coming out of it. I was so deflated.
The more time I've spent with you, James, watching films and reviewing them and things like that, the less I regard your opinion, I have to say. So you slag off the Babadook, and yet you big up that Sorrel Reminders, Walking Through the Woods.
Oh Christ! Yeah.
Oh, it's a masterpiece. Nah, you're obviously just different.
Okay.
Sorry. But sorry, just in the spirit of this show, Everybody's opinion is valid, James. Everybody's opinion is valid. So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
For me, it was that original Alien versus Predator movie. I remember the hype around it and the whole "no one can hear you scream in space." And I was a big sci-fi kid growing up, and Freddy versus Jason had been out, and I remember sneaking in to see that. And I actually loved that movie. So I was expecting big things from Alien vs Predator, and it just felt like a letdown in it. It just were a bit anticlimactical, that movie.
Yeah, there's some decent scenes in it. It's a long time since I've seen it. Is that the one at the end where the big alien queen falls off the ice bridge thing or something? Or,
Yes.
Is it?
Something like that.
It's in
It's
a
been a long
snowy
time since I've seen it. It's
region,
that bad. Yeah.
So when I read a comic book, I finish it all the way through the series, and I've been reading. I don't turn away from comic books. But there was this one series, and I talked about it with Peter in the past. I got so confused. I wasn't sure if it was a real spaceship or what. It was Indestructible Hulk. I just went, what is going on with this character? He was like in a spaceship. His mind was a spaceship. I still don't understand exactly what happened with that series, and I just gave up on it. I just don't get this. And one of the few comic books that I have stopped reading, it was that one. It just confused me.
I tell you, I mean that's a good one, Efren, because I agree with you. But just I've done a movie there. I'll jump into comic books, and I'm sorry to offend anybody because I know Efren, you love these or you like these guys. You've interviewed them, I think. There was a superb comic book series came out last year, I think it was, or the year before, called We Live.
Oh yeah,
which was just absolutely phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And then they did the end of the first series, and they did a sequel called We Live Paladins, I think it was.
yeah, Paladin, something like that. Yeah.
It's such a drop from a great story to like a what is this? And that was like a what's going on here? So yeah, that for me was a big kick.
Yeah, Stray Dogs 2. That one wasn't.
Oh God, Efren, yeah. Dog Days. What
Dog
happened
Days,
there?
Yeah, that wasn't good.
I'd put Feral in the same category as that as well. Couple of people in the chat. Let's say Fuzzy Joker 2. Yeah,
Fair,
lots
very
of people
fair.
didn't like that.
Yeah.
Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. I've recently
enjoyed
rewatched
it.
Sin City, but I can't remember Dame to Kill For.
That's Eva Green. It's like kind of the femme fatale in it. I like that one. I thought it was.
They made a
I thought it was
sequel to
the
Sin
best one.
City.
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Yeah,
2013 or something. They did
Didn't
it.
know that
300
film
was around the
existed.
same time. So
I remember watching it, but I can't remember much about it, so I cannot really comment on that one. Ash is confirming Joker 2. Yeah, I think Joker 2 really cheesed off a lot of people. Pacific Rim 2 still got some decent bits in it, Andrew, but it's very different to the first one. I would agree with that. You guys seen Pacific Rim 2?
I didn't know
I've seen
those.
either of them.
Rim 2.
Never seen Pacific Rim 1.
Really? Oh,
That was
Never
good.
seen them.
yeah, I think you'd like Pacific Rim 1. It's very good.
A lot of people do say that to me. 'Cause I do like a good kaiju, big monster movie.
Good action film. This is directed at you, Mr. Keegan. Behave. You haven't seen E.T. Stephen, so many to name, but Bay Transformers movies will always consistently disappoint. Yeah. 2 questions in. I'm ready to leave. The Matrix sequels.
God, yeah. That they should have ended at Reloaded. Reloaded was okay. It was just the fact they dragged it out with a third movie after that. It should have ended at 2.
Freddy versus Jason is another total disappointment. It feels like a non-event.
I think like that movie was 10 years in the making. So I can imagine if you had hyped for that for so long, going in being really disappointed with what it was. But that was like the first experience I had with either of those characters, so I liked it.
Rewatch it. There are so many jokes in that film you wouldn't get away with now.
Yeah,
So many jokes in that movie.
Anything with Kenny Rowland is just not aged well at all. Yeah.
Anticlimactical is a hell of a word.
It is a hell of a word, mate.
Which of brought that one to the table?
That was
Who
me.
said that?
That was me.
Nice. But Fuzzy.
Great choice. Great
Yeah,
choice.
I'm trying to forget that.
Yeah. I just wanted a Boba Fett thing for so long, and that's
Yeah.
what I got.
One good episode, wasn't it? And that was the Mandalorian episode.
Yeah, that he's not in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shite. Just shite. I take it back. The most disappointed I've ever been in myself is for being an Xbox owner. The final of Peter's Tuesday quiz. Yeah, that's a good call as well. By that point, I'd lost the will to live. Sorrel, you need to come into my house and watch some films. I'm probably going to get kicked out of this, but I liked the Matrix sequels and Joker 2. Andrew, I quite liked Joker 2. It wasn't a Joker film. Don't get us wrong. But I thought it was an interesting film. There we go. We're up to date, Efron.
Sorrel, you are up next. You ready for your question?
Yeah.
Here we go.
So, what is your most prized item in your collection, guys? What would you consider like the best item you have?
Normally, I would pick one of my comic books, but I'm not going to do that since I think one of my most prized possessions is the picture that I took with Stan Lee back in 1993. I still have it. I've shown it before in the past, and I've seen him years later, and he signed it for me. We were at San Diego Comic-Con. He was just walking down the hall, and we shook hands, and my cousin was there, and he took a snapshot of it, and I kept it all these years. So I've had that like for over 30 years now. And I seen him before he passed away. You know, he was at Comic-Con again, and he signed that picture of me, basically me 30 years ago at James's age right now.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah.
My most prized possession was sent to me by our very own good old Peter Tata. He sent me a comic book that I wanted my entire life. Pete sent me that, and I was stupidly happy with Legion of Monsters. It's the book I've been wanting for years. So
Nice.
thank you very much, Pete. I'll never get over that, mate. That was amazing.
Did you put it in your binder with?
No. That's never gone near the binder. It's still backed and boarded. It's
Okay.
Mine is also from Peter. Well, I have two. So one.
I know what yours is, James.
Yeah, one is my favorite song is a song called "Through the Valley" by a musician called Sean James, and he was doing like handwritten lyrics. So I have like on like this beautiful like kind of aged parchment paper, my favorite song written by my favorite musician, which I think is a thing not a lot of people get to have. So I think that's pretty cool. I feel lucky to have that. But like I've shown this a few times recently. You know, like I'm in love with this thing, and I just stare at it all the time, like, because I just think the artwork is beautiful. Yeah, you know, it's lots of things I love, like Scooby-Doo and Peter, and the channel and stuff. So like, it's just just such a nice gesture and just a really cool thing as well.
If you just logged in, this is not a Peter appreciation show, just to let you guys know.
I hate that kind of stuff, but thank you, I do appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's a really hard question, Sarah, because I've got so much stuff that I love. I'm gonna go two. So one of them is a comic book, and it sounds like I'm being big-headed, I guess, but it's My Journey into Mystery 83, first appearance of Thor. That's because he's my favourite character, but also because, to be quite frank with you, and I'm sure there's a lot of people watching and all the rest of it who feel the same, that's a book that I never thought I would own. It's just so far out of my grasp at the time. Do you know what I mean? So to actually buy it, absolutely couldn't believe it. Something that means a lot to us, and it's something I've shown off, but I don't talk about a lot because it's got a lot of bad memories as well, is this YouTube malarkey. Started off for most of us, I'm sure you all know, as just a bit of fun, shits and giggles and stuff like that. And I've made some great friends, everybody on screen and stuff like that, which is incredible. But also people I've never met, like Fuzzy and Andrew and all the people in the chat. But there are a few viewers as well who we interact with briefly, but we don't have masses to do with. And then you guys know my dad passed away a year or two ago, and it was a particularly bad period. And one of those people just sent us something totally off the cuff, which I keep close to us down here, image of Skeletor with a beautiful letter. A chap who we've not massively interacted with hugely on the channel, and it just blew us away. Just that kind of absolute act of kindness for no reason at all, with a lovely letter. And he sent us that. So I was just absolutely stunned. So that's the kind of stuff, and you guys have said the same really about stuff that people have sent you.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that sticks with us more in terms of financial items, I guess.
Yeah,
It's just nice to know, I think, that people are thinking of you or people care, outside of what you're even considering. I think it's a nice reminder, that we're all nice people, care about each other.
That's a good question. I wish we go back and do that maybe in about next year. We'll do it again. Throw it in there again next year, Sorrel. That's a good question. Yeah.
Just jump to the chat. Birds of Prey, forgot about that. I didn't mind that one. Is that the one with Oh, who's the bad guy? Ewan McGregor is the bad guy.
Yeah, it's Black Mask. Yeah, I like that movie a lot. I think the choreography is really good. I think it's fun, silly.
It's all right, yeah. Avenger movie poster signed by Stan Lee. Nice.
Wow.
Very nice. Fuzzy, settle down. Podre, my Empire Strikes Back one sheet, gone with the wind style. Oof. Nice. Very nice. What do I have to do to get Pete to send me something? Sexual favours, Andrew. That's what tends to seal the deal. My Revenge of the Sith opening night midnight showing ticket. All for the memories it holds. I like that as well. That's very cool. Topps 1-to-1 hand drawn. God, Stephen. Garbage Pail Kids card done by Joe Simcoe. And my mint original Corgi. I'm after a Corgi 66 Batmobile. I'm after one of them. You have to. Stephen sent us a picture of the Garbage Pail Kid. I've not seen that. It's nice to be nice. You guys are the closest I have to friends. Oh, Andrew, that's very, very kind. Very kind. That's a lie. I'm not crazy. Give it time, Andrew. Give it time.
Have a couple drinks.
Yeah, yeah. It'll warm on you.
Cool. I am next, and mine is: if you could own any movie prop, what would you choose? I'm gonna go first. So I'll give you guys a little bit of time to think about it. Mine would be in the original Indiana Jones, the Ark of the Covenant. When that came out, when they showed it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, is that real? Is that true?" Like I wanted it, and just the way it shined, the coldness, the gold of it, and the light and everything like that. I remember it in the sequels when he ran into it by accident, when he was being chased in that warehouse where they kept it. I thought that was pretty cool. So mine would be the Ark of the Covenant from the original Indiana Jones. I mean, I'd have it up there with light shining on it, with music coming down. That to me just seems so real when I first saw it.
That's a nice one. I like that.
Yeah.
There are loads, but I mean, I'd love some screen used props. I'd go for Robocop's gun. I particularly enjoy it. But anyway, I think one of the ones that's always stuck in my memory is, I can't remember, Sorrel, you'll know, I think it's Universal. There's one of the rides that when you come out of it, I can't remember which ride it is, but there's kind of like a collection of movie props and things. And I remember when we were there years ago, they had Christopher Reeve's screen-worn Superman costume from the original Superman movie. And it just jumped out. And I thought, I'd love that. I'd love not even the full costume, the cape. I just love the Superman cape, the screen-used Superman cape.
I think that was on Pawn Stars, and it was like 170 grand or something he was looking for, which I felt like was.
I'm not getting it.
But I think for something that consequential, I feel like that was like, I would have pegged that up or near $1 million or something, for something like that.
Yeah. I'm sure I saw something a while ago where you can get sections of the cape or something, but that's like, no, you want the cape.
Yeah.
Would you wear it?
Oh, all the time. Naked. I'd run around the house in it, just the cape. Yeah. I'd answer the door. That would surprise the postman. That's mine.
Yeah. For me, I'd like Vader's helmet would be pretty cool, or just the full Vader outfit, the original screen used one. That'd be pretty amazing with the lightsaber and stuff. Or like Michael Myers, the original Michael Myers mask. Although I'm sure that thing is dust at this point. Yeah. Or Ash's chainsaw. I think that'd be a pretty cool one from Evil Dead 2, something like that.
Anakin's blue lightsaber. It was passed from Anakin to Luke to Rey.
That's a good one.
I would love that piece, just as a celebration of this whole franchise. The original blue lightsaber that Luke had.
Mark Hamill did a show. I think I've talked about it before. I found it on Amazon. Can't remember what the show was called now, but it's like Mark Hamill's pop culture thing or something. It had a very weird, like, puppet talking to him. Don't know what that was all about. But anyway, he went to DC Studios and things like that. It was really good. But he went to one which was about props, and someone gave him the original lightsaber screen used that he'd used in the first film, and kind of presented it with him, and it was incredible, absolutely incredible.
Wow,
that's cool.
Yeah, great little show. Great
cool.
show. Is that everybody?
Yep, that's it.
Let's see who's in the what they're saying. Andrew, that's a line I'm not willing to cross. Fuzzy, I've crossed it, Andrew. It's not that painful. DeLorean, Phil saying the DeLorean. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. The life-size condom from Naked Good. Vader's original lightsaber. That would be nice as well. film and miniature of the Enterprise refit A, bonus points if you know where it is. I don't know where it is, Andrew. Where is it?
Is it Smithsonian?
I don't know. Yeah,
I think
that'd be
it-
pretty cool.
I think it was Smithsonian.
Full-size T-Rex. Where are you
Oh.
gonna keep that? In the back garden. That'll be cool.
Yeah, scare everybody.
Yeah. Which Batmobile, Fuzzy? Which Batmobile? I'd see. I mean, another question. Favorite Batmobile? I'd still would go Batman 89.
66.
66.
66.
I think 80. No, I love the Robert Pattinson one, but it's just a car. Whereas like the 89 one is just so sleek and cool and retro.
I mean, you're right.
futuristic and stuff.
The Robert Pattinson one is literally just a car. You'd have to have a ghetto blaster, showing me age, with that music playing all the time for it to be, relevant. Or otherwise, it's a black car, isn't it?
Yeah. I
think
liked how
which-
it was portrayed in the movie though. It was like
Yeah.
a monster. Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Which Batmobile are you going for, Efren?
Gosh, I think I would go for the old Adam West ones. I
66.
remember I was young when that show came out, and I seen it when it came out, live and stuff like that. To me, that just had a big influence in me. Just it was so cool. It was a cartoon. It was a comic book, brought to a TV show. So yeah, I'd have to pick the original one.
General Lee from Dukes of Hazzard or Ecto 1. Yeah, that'll be cool. Ash's chainsaw was made out of cardboard during many of the scenes, mainly stunt scenes.
Did not know that.
Interesting. The Smithsonian has the original from the TV series.
That's right.
The movie one is owned by Jeff Bezos and is in the Fire of Blue Origin. Wow, didn't know that either. Ash, 89 is the only answer, correct. Oh, here we go. Phil Dick, another go at 89. 89 are the words of Fuzzy Cock Off. How dare you, sir? 89, I like I like the length. Pressing buttons here, guys, and weird things are happening. Sorry. I prefer the girth, Fuzzy, from the Dark Knight. Okay. There we are,
dear.
chaps. Up to date.
Are we all caught up? All right, Peter, you are next. You ready?
This will be a surprise to me as it is to you guys. Okay. Oh yes. Why are the originals still the best? So we've been doing lots of comic book shows, guys, over a while now, and we've been talking about kind of looking ahead at what books are coming out, and it strikes us that, and I'm happy to be told I'm wrong, and challenged in the chat and from you guys, obviously. A lot of the books are still centered around those early characters that Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, and all those kind of people made. Your Avengers, Spider-Man, going over to DC, Batman, Superman, or all the Wonder Woman, are all still the kind of the key books that people seem to gravitate to. X-Men, stuff like that. A lot of the books that came along, like we were talking Youngblood the other day, fell flat on their arses. So what is it you think about some of these originals that are still getting people to buy a book and open the book? Or am I wrong? Or the newer books replacing them? Is my internet going dodgy? There's lots of
Yeah, you
It's
got
a
all
little
that.
framey and
Yeah, I
blurry, yeah. We can still hear you though.
Right. Okay.
So to me, it's just the originals. Just they have that history of over 50, 60 plus years, and you're so used to them, and it's hard with having a new. I think the only new character that's really caught on has been Miles Morales, which in the last 10 years, and Deadpool. But I think it's just the originals. Everybody's used to them. Everybody just likes seeing them.
I feel like it's a lot of those characters were created like they were created at a point where they were so basic that they're very malleable. So you go throughout comic book history, like how many different styles of Batman is there, from like the campy to the serious to the realistic to the kind of serious but also Poison Ivy's in there and stuff. So I just think like there's kind of like with those characters, there's a style for everyone there, and so like people will love the 66 one and the campiness, people will love the Dark Knight and the grittiness or whatever. Whereas with newer characters, they have that style and that's kind of it. There's never much of a reinvention of them, so you either like that or you don't.
And if they don't hit, they're gone.
Very true.
I think we're just infested with decades of these characters that are just part of us. I enjoy seeing them now even more so. But they have there's a new character in DC. I forgot her name. They made a big deal about her. They had a TV show on the WB about her, and you don't see much about her anymore.
Was
I
it
forgot her
somebody?
name.
No, was it like a water-based character or something?
I forgot what her powers were. I mean, she had one season on TV. I mean, she got caught on quick, but then now they don't even show her anymore. Basically, it's like forgotten.
What do you think, Sorrel?
If we're talking like superheroes, then yeah, Marvel and DC, obviously, the originals will always be the best. All the modern characters don't tend to work too well. They always fall flat on their ass. But I think if you're talking comic books and writing and things like that, I think things have come a long way since the original Marvel books. They're still good, but I think modern Marvel is crap. And I think a lot of indie books have come up in the meantime and have kind of overtaken what Marvel's doing now, and putting Marvel to shame a little bit. And they're kind of like the king of comics, really. And but if we are talking superheroes, the originals obviously will never be beaten. I mean, Wolverine, Batman, Spider-Man, they're all so iconic. They're in the zeitgeist, aren't they? Everyone knows who they are. They'll never be replaced.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, Sorrel, and I think the question's not about quality of comics, because I think you're absolutely right. Indies are where the decent storytelling is these days.
Yeah.
I think there's no. I mean, I've read a lot of Marvel books over the last couple of weeks, in particular, just for that new show I'm doing, and 80% of it is just not
Fluff.
for me. Yeah, that doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's not for a 48-year-old man. Do you know what I mean? Whereas indie is a bit more mature and a bit more kind of on my wavelength, I guess. But when you look at the books that are still selling, I mean, how many X books are there? How many Spider-Man books are there? It's like, how many Batman books? It's just crackers. Let's see what the chat is saying. Because whenever they try something, comic nerds complain they can't win. That is true, Fuzzy. That is true. Old people keep telling me old books are better than new books. I don't know about that, Andrew, mind. I don't know about that, because I would argue it depends what you define as old. I went back, and I think James has done this as well, not so long ago. I went back and read some of the older books, like the Spider-Mans and stuff. Dog shit.
Awful.
Mate.
Awful.
Just awful.
Even you jump even 30, 40 years forward to like Blade.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
Just terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
like
and
the writing is better now,
controversially-
definitely, but the characters like from that period are the key. Like.
I mean, controversially, lots of people tell us I'm wrong. The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line, awful. Just dire.
I thought that was okay.
But we've established your opinion, James. No. I think for me it was just I didn't like the art style and stuff as well.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
So I don't know. I think there are some classics, Andrew, like your Watchmen's, your V for Vendettas, your that kind of stuff that still stand the test of time. But if you start to look at books from that era, sometimes you do struggle with them. They perfected it. Simples. People are resistant to change. The Marvel and DC universe are so packed. They both started new universes to tell new stories. Yeah, that's true as well. There's just a never-ending supply of them. They don't get a chance to evolve very much, Fuzzy. I mean, new books are binned within a couple of issues if they don't, make big money, which is a shame. Indies find it hard to start new universes because people don't have endlessly deep pockets. But people keep saying that indie books are better than Marvel DC based stuff going through the motions. Yeah, I agree, Andrew. I think the storytelling seems more risky and better at indie books for me.
I think it's because sorry, mate. I was going to say I think it's because as well, like with the indie books, like I know this week I've got that Grey Lady book coming out. It's out today.
Yeah.
There's that Grey Lady book coming out, right? I know that's only going to be like 4 or 5 issues long max, and then they're never going to do a sequel. It's never going to come back. That's it. It's done. One and done, innit? I know it's going to be 4 issues long. Whereas Marvel, I'm not sure if I'm investing in for like 2-year, 3-year run. You know what I mean? And that's the thing.
Yeah, that is very true. Very true. The top 10 selling books are all superhero books. People buy them more than anything. Absolutely, Fuzzy. Yeah. No, you're right. Squad Comics, nice to see you. 2 lives in 2 days. Triple G and the 3 Musketeers are treating us. They need to adapt Adventures in the Rifle Brigade for the big screen. I don't think I've read that one. You guys read that one?
Never heard of it.
No, I don't think I've read that one.
No.
They're awful to read because language has changed. We don't talk like they did in 1962. We've changed. The books have to change also. Yeah, you're right, Fuzzy. And it's the same as if you go back and watch an old film. Quite often, they don't stand the test of time.
They're just also very simple.
They are very
Which
simple.
is like they're
It's not
introducing the
complex.
characters, so fair enough. But like it's just very like this happens and that happens, and then hey, this character's here.
Yeah.
You know?
A new character that does make it, the milk them until people are sick of it.
Yeah.
Deadpool, Harley Quinn. Yeah, you're right, Phil. You're right. Even Venom to an extent. I mean, Venom's been overused to the point where he's a convoluted mess now in terms of who the character is, who's got the symbiote, all that kind of stuff. Oh, Grey Lady's delayed till December, Fuzzy's
Oh,
just
God's
saying.
sake.
Let the accountants take over the world. Everything is about reducing risk and return on investment, not an environment for good storytelling. Absolutely, Andrew. I think that's the problem with movies as well, isn't it? There's not a lot of risk taken because it doesn't financially pay off a lot of the time. Bloody Venom. Mary Jane's still in shit. Is Venom still Mary Jane? I mean, what the shit?
Yes. Yeah.
Symbiotes have been overused. Sickens me. Is my internet any better, ladies and gents in the chat? Please
Yeah.
let us know.
Yeah. Oh,
There
that
we go, I
character.
think.
That character we were talking about, Peter. Her name was Naomi for DC.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, they made a TV movie. They did a TV show for her. You know, the big everything in DC Comics. You hardly hear about her anymore. You know, so
Deadpool, Harley Quinn. Why was that not the crossover we got? Deadpool, Harley Quinn would be a decent book.
Absolutely.
That would make sense. Their characters would make sense together.
yeah, good one. Let me see here. I think you are up next, James. Here you go.
What's the worst spoiler you've ever gotten from a movie before watching? So I know some people don't care about spoilers, and I don't really understand that. Like I know people that will read everything that happens in a movie before seeing it in the cinema, or like ask me what happened in it, so they can decide if they want to go see it. I hate spoilers. I love like the surprise. I think that's key to like your enjoyment of the movie. It's the intention of the filmmakers that this thing is supposed to be a surprise. So I'll let you think. I'll go first. I knew the Mandarin twist. I'd heard the Mandarin twist in Iron Man before I went in, but I just didn't believe it. But then as the movie went on, I kind of started to cop, oh, that actually does make sense. So that really took the wind out of the sails for that movie. And then the other one that still irks me is I had one of the killers from a Scream movie, from Scream 4, spoiled for me. I was so excited for that. And it was like an hour or two before I went to see the movie, and I was fuming about it. So
2 for me. One that really cheesed us off because I tried to do lots and lots of avoidance of it was Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Someone put the stills of kind of the Illuminati scene all over Instagram or something. So I literally saw it before I went to see it. I was like, oh, come on, man. So I saw all that. But the one that's probably not necessarily bothered us, but I've thought that's disappointing, that it would have been better to not know that, is a recent movie that I know James has seen called Companion, where you knew because of the first trailer was really well done, and then the second trailer gave away the entire plot of the movie in that these were robots. And it was like, I wish I hadn't known that. I wish I hadn't known until the robot snapped. Do you know what I mean?
The marketing didn't hide it, but I kind of been ignorant to it until I think again an hour before seeing the movie, and I was like, oh, god damn it! Like I would have really been interested. Like
I disagree, James. I think the marketing hit it perfectly in the first trailer and teaser trailer.
Oh, the first trailer, yeah.
And then
or like the
the
posters
second
and stuff.
trailer, it was like, it's a robot.
Yeah. And that's not revealed. The movie treats that like that's a surprise. That's the annoying thing. I hate when movies do that. When it's like you're supposed to know a thing, but then when you're watching the movie, it's treated like a reveal.
I'm gonna go back decades and decades from mine because I don't mind spoilers. I've told you guys in our shows, you guys tell me the spoilers. I don't care. You know, it doesn't bother me in a movie or TV or comic book. But I think the one that I can think of that happened, I'm a big fan of this series. This the Star Trek one when they killed off Spock. You know, I found out ahead of time, and that even to this day that bugged me. I go, damn it! You know, I wish I had not known that. You know, but I was a big fan of that TV show and the movies and stuff like that. So the Spock one is the one that bugged me even now, all these years I think about it, when I wish I had not known that at all. You know, ruined the surprise big time for me.
Great film.
Yeah.
So I'm not bothered about like if it's like a story spoiler, that doesn't bother me too much. I'm all right with knowing how a film goes. That doesn't bother me. if it's like a whodunit movie, it's like Scream, I'd be really irritated if someone told me who the Scream killer is. That's the whole point of the damn film.
Yeah,
So that would irritate me. But I mean, one that genuinely did bother me was, you know, when when Deadpool 3 was coming out and there was constant, this character's going to be it, this character's going to be it, this character, that winds me. Because I'm like, I would have loved to have had the thing on the screen where, you know, Wesley Snipes walks in without knowing he was going to be there.
Yeah.
Same with Civil War. I mean, they did that whole thing, the whole build-up. They went nearly the entire thing of the movie and not showing a Spider-Man until we're all in the cinemas, and then they ruined it in a trailer. It lasts 10 seconds before the film starts. It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
There's certain things that irritate me like that. Like, I've got a feeling it's gonna be like that when this new bloody Secret War movie comes out and Doomsday. It's gonna be because they've already announced like what 30 odd cast members, like on them chairs. Like we didn't need to know all them names. Some of them could have been a surprise.
And it's going to be hard staying off social media and not seeing it even by accident.
Yep.
You know, you just pop, oh my God, what's that? You know, that's exactly the point. Yeah.
Jumping to the chat, guys. Phil's saying that I'm crystal clear, skin don't look cleaner. What's your skincare routine? All those sexual favors. The Star Wars Episode 1 soundtrack, the track called Qui-Gon's Noble End. Yeah.
Unbelievable. A week before the movie comes out, and that spoils the movie.
I
Unbelievable.
watched the Endgame clips on my phone like an hour before I was due to go to the cinema. I couldn't want to, but regretted it. I spoiled it for myself. Yeah. I remember when the final Harry Potter book was coming out, the bookshops opened at midnight and someone spray painted what happened in the end on the bus stop opposite. No, I didn't see that, Fuzzy. 500 people queued up and had it spoiled. That's shocking. That's yeah. Hi, Connie. My friend ruined what... Sorry. Excuse me. My friend ruined what happened to Bucky in Infinity War, and to this day, I still haven't forgiven her. Yeah. Someone needs to mute awful feedback. We keep getting a bit of feedback now and then. You know who leaked Spock's death to the press? Gene Roddenberry. He was pissed he got sidelined during his production. Wow, I didn't know that.
Why would they sideline him? That's crazy.
Yeah. The last one that annoyed me was Doctor Who posting the regeneration half an hour after the show ended. Yeah, that was crackers, Andrew.
That was
crackers. Yeah. There we go.
I think this is yours, Sorrel. Yeah. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, so do you guys like inventory your collection? Because like I had a thing a while back where I'm like, if this room went up in fire, I would not have a stitch of information to be able to give to an insurance company. So I went round and photo and catalogued every single thing I have in this room. Do you guys do a similar thing? Because you guys have got a lot of money in comics in your houses.
So I'll go first. I use this program called Zap Kapow. It's just an online service where it has all the comic books, from the beginning. And it's just a site that I use, and I put in the book. I have it, yes, and then I have all my boxes. I number them 1 through whatever, so I know where each book is. So I do inventory. I mean, it's an online program. It's called zapkapow.com. There's so many out there, but that's the one I use, and they're very user friendly too. Whenever they're missing something, I send them an email, and they answer back within 24 hours. So that's what I use. But I do inventory my comic books, but I have so many of them. There's no way to keep track of all of them, in my head, where they're at, stuff like that. But yeah, I do.
Cool.
I'd love to say yes, but the real answer is no. I do have some of the more pricey books logged because for household insurance. So items over, I think it's $5,000 or something. You've got to individually list. So I've got those kind of things. I've talked about doing it a long time, but it's effort. Can't be asked. What I do have though on my computer is a file for a loaner, my missus, just in case I ever die, basically saying these are the programs to use to kind of check prices and things. I've got a few people listed for her to contact to talk to about making sure they get properly appraised, all that kind of stuff. But I haven't got like a detailed collection. I used to, when I used to log them with, it wasn't CGC, I can't remember. There was an app I used to use, but then I've not kept it up to date.
What do you call your file, Pete? I'm interested because I call mine, oh shit, I'm dead.
Dead. It's just dead.
Mine's called, it's literally on the desktop saying, oh shit, I'm dead.
Yeah.
And Lynn knows to go into that if anything happens to me.
Yeah.
For me, I think a couple of years ago, I was just curious if I totted up everything, what it would be worth. So I have a notebook of, as of 2 years ago, more or less everything I have. But I feel fairly confident that I could, if you gave me a day, I can list like 95% of the stuff that I have. You know, some of the comics will probably get lost in there or something like that. But like in terms of like figures, the Funko Pops, I'm fairly confident I could list off most of that.
It's almost like I have to do it because I have hundreds of boxes, and there's no way I can just know where everything's at. So and I like doing it for some reason, just going to my computer, typing in the book, and seeing, and I look at it, see what condition it is. It's something that I enjoy doing, but after an hour or so I get tired, so I have to stop doing that.
But also,
it's what I like doing. So
I know it's not officially logging it and it doesn't account for sales and stuff like that, but this, YouTube showing off what you're unboxing and stuff like that is a kind of a way of being able to demonstrate what you've got in your
That's a really
collection.
good point, actually.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
speaking of inventory, Sorrel, I didn't notice that picture you sent to me on Instagram of your books, like on a shelf, all disheveled and everything. You sent it to me about a month ago.
Yeah.
On Instagram. I just noticed it like a couple of days ago. I started laughing.
Phil, don't bring. Honestly, mate, I'm struggling. I had COVID about 2 weeks ago, and I've not managed to get better since. And now I'm
After
deaf, so yeah,
HorrorCon,
yeah. After horror,
I think I had it as well because I was really sick for a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Cotton crud.
shouldn't swap fluids. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
So no, I definitely had COVID afterwards, and I've struggled to get rid of it, and now I'm deaf. So I'm going to be a barrel of laughs at Thought Bubble. Roddenberry was a massive cokehead. Didn't know that.
What?
Yeah, it was. You're right, Phil. CLZ. That's what I was using. My comics are catalogued, although it needs updating, but nothing else in my house is. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
That it? Are we all caught up?
Yep.
All right. We have the bonus question. Bonus question. We can ask any question. Doesn't have to be about comic books, entertainment, any walk of life. Okay, you guys ready? I am first. If you could, we may have talked about this kind of in the past, but if you could own any car, what would you choose? I'm gonna go first. I'll let you guys think about it. When I was a kid growing up, to me, Mustangs, like from the 1960s, the convertible ones, those were always. I used to have Hot Wheels of Mustangs too as a kid, so I always like a red one or a dark blue one with a convertible. To me, that was an awesome car. If I could own that car right now, I would. Like from the 1960s, to me, it was just something about Mustangs are real cool. The older ones, not the newer ones.
I'm not really a car person. I have to be. I presume we're using like real cars, not
Real cars, yes.
Yeah.
I like the car you have now, Peter.
Yeah, I was going to say
nice
I'm not really a car person, but I do like the one I've got at the moment, which is a see, I don't even know what it is. It's blue. It's a Mercedes-Benz EQC electric, basically an electric Mercedes-Benz. I switched to electric. This is my first fully electric car, and I wouldn't go back. I love electric cars. Dead easy to use, silent, dead smooth. So yeah, I do like that one.
I can't drive, but I would just have it parked outside. A 1967 Chevy Impala.
Okay, that's the one from the Winchester show.
Yeah, Supernatural. Yeah, that's
Supernatural. Yeah.
But I'm also just a big fan of like 60s kind of muscle cars, Americana, that kind of stuff. So like even separate from that, I like that car anyway. But also on top of that, it's the Winchester car. So I go for that.
That is a cool car.
I'm not a car person, and I have no idea what about cars at all. What's the car that Vin Diesel drives in Fast and Furious, the first one, the big black thing? What's that? That car. Choose that one.
Just big black.
Anybody knows in the comments? I don't know.
Big black car.
Yeah.
Big black car.
The one that he drives in Fast and Furious. I love that one.
I know what you're talking about.
It's a beastie car.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Cool.
Let's see. 1969 Mustang hard top.
There you go.
I don't have a driver's license, so whatever car is the most expensive on the planet, I can sell it and buy something. Phil's saying it's a Charger that Vin Diesel drives.
Oh,
what
yes.
was Christine? 57 Plus.
That's a beautiful car as well. Oh, that'd be my second choice.
Nice.
Cool. I think you are up next, Peter. You ready? Let's go.
Oh, yes, yeah. What's a popular TV movie show that you just don't get? So a show that most people talk about and say how great it is, and you're just not that blown away by it.
Or
I've
can I
got-
go first?
Go on, you
Can
go
I go
first.
first, Pete?
Go on.
Fucking Walking Dead. It's a bit samey for about 10 seasons long, isn't it? It's zombies are coming. Let's go inside this building. Nothing can go wrong. Ah, zombie attack. We better move. Oh, look, we found a new building. Let's go in there. Ah, zombie attack. Let's move. It's rubbish, isn't it?
No, no, it's not. No, I disagree. I think it loses its way at some point. But yeah, but no, fair enough. Fair enough. How about you, Efren?
So when this movie came out a couple years ago, everybody was just talking about it left and right. It won Oscars, actor and actress, and I seen them going, I don't get this movie at all. It was hard for me to finish it, but I did. I was like, what is this movie all about? It's everything, everywhere, all at once.
Yeah, I've never
I
seen it.
just didn't get that movie.
I love that movie. Yeah,
You
it's
did.
great.
I
Yeah.
just didn't get how Jamie Lee Curtis won an Oscar for that. I think she won two.
She did. Yeah, best
And
part
I was like, the hell, man, when they had hot dog fingers, I was
yeah,
like,
it's
what
just a
is
fun
going
multiverse
on here?
Like,
I just didn't like that movie at all. I didn't
Okay,
get it
fair.
at all, and I watched it obviously to the end, but I was like, boy, this movie was a waste of time. That movie just bugged me. Even now it's starting to bug me again, just thinking about it.
Yeah, I've still not watched it. I think I started watching it and thought,
No, I just didn't get it all.
James, you want to go next?
do you know, like for me, there's several franchises that have like passionate fan bases that I want to like, and there's one or two things that I do like, but I just don't connect with in the way that other people do. Transformers is one, where like I like a couple of the video games. I liked Transformers 1, Bumblebee I enjoyed, but like I know people are diehard about the cartoon, and like up here you're obviously a massive fan of that. But I want to love it. I just don't love it as much as I feel like I want to, Turtles I think is similar to that, where like I like a couple of Turtle things. I loved Mutant Mayhem last year, but overall just not like a massive fan of the franchise. And then the other one, like Doctor Who, I just don't, I watched the newer Tennant stuff. I thought one was okay, one was I enjoyed a lot because of Neil Patrick Harris, and the other one I thought was crap. And any other time I've tried to watch Doctor Who, I just think it's crap, to be honest. Like, I know there's some great stuff, great periods. It has ebbs and flows, and like there's like down periods and up periods and stuff. But just like I've never connected with it at all. I've never been able to enjoy it.
Did you get it though, or you just didn't like it?
I get what people like about
Okay.
it. But I don't think I find it weird that it has such a hardcore.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the most fervent fan bases out
Sure.
there. Is like the Whovians or whatever you call them.
Better watch it. Better watch it back when you're at when you're at Thought Bubble. Somebody from Thought Bubble's watching this right now.
It's going to be fun, Efren, because we're giving Connie a lift on Friday. So 2.5 hours in the car. Okay. Connie's a massive massive Doctor Who fan. Okay. So me and Connie will just berate James all the way.
She can turn me around on it then. That's
yeah.
Go ahead.
So I've got two, both of which I would imagine I'm going to get shouted at for. I'm just going to start because James has attacked us on a couple of occasions. I'm going to start with him. Not Walking Dead. What you call it? It is Walking Dead, basically, but with
Last of
plants. Last of Us. I enjoyed the first season. First season. The more I've looked back and the more I've thought about it, I found very little to enjoy for season 2. Mm-hmm. And if we weren't all watching it for kind of shows and stuff and all the rest of it, I'm not sure I would go back for season 3. I was that disappointed with season 2, which is a shame because season 1 had some great bits in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, Last of Us, I know it's got a massive fan base in the games and stuff. I do find it very much just Walking Dead, but with plants. The other one, which is going to probably upset more people.
Just stab me in the heartbeat. Like you just twisted a knife there on me. Like,
oh, wait for it. It gets better. The next one, and I have tried. I really have tried. And I'm interested in what the chat thinks. I have tried, and it makes no sense because I should love this. Big Bang Theory does nout for us.
Okay.
Just love that show.
Yeah,
nothing for us.
I like as a sitcom all the references and there's always like jokes that I feel like
I
get
should
this.
love it.
Yeah.
admittedly,
No,
the
I just
first
don't.
3 seasons, so many references, so many jokes and stuff for geeks. As it went on, it did lose its. It wasn't as geeky as it went on, was it? But I mean, the first 3 or 4 seasons were die-hard geeky material. I used to love it.
No,
don't
I
think
get it because
connected
like
with
it is
the characters.
mixed reception. Which
I just don't think I connected with any of the real characters in it. I didn't find them, I don't know, engaging.
but do you like other sitcoms? Do you like Friends or?
Oh
any-
yeah, I love
any like that?
sitcoms.
Yeah.
Sitcom
Okay.
and that,
Well,
yeah.
then.
I don't know. So like I say, I can't equate it in my brain as to why I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because it should be right up my street. You know, maybe I've just not watched enough of it. But it feels like a slog to sit and watch an episode, I have to be honest. Let's see what the chat says. A few people commenting Squid Games. I've never watched any Squid Games.
Me neither.
Squid Games
Oh,
is so
Squid Game's
good.
ace.
I didn't think it was gonna live up to the hype people were giving it, and it did. Like it was phenomenal.
Phil, panel breakers. You're getting double banana shots for that one, Phil. Double banana shots. Dragon Ball. Yeah, not
Yeah.
watched any Dragon Ball. You guys watched
Most-
Dragon Ball?
No, I've seen the live action movie. That was crap. I know that's not a good representation, but like most anime stuff, I would feel is again stuff I kind of like your One Pieces and
I'm
Death
Sam.
Notes and stuff like that. I feel like this is something I should like, but I'm just not. And I've tried with multiple of them, and I've never connected. Like Pokemon's the
Can't get
only
into
one, and that's from nostalgia, I think.
I think that's the same with me. I grew up with Pokemon. So I mean, I had Pokemon, I had Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, kind of, but like anything like One Piece and all these like more mature animes, I just can't get on with.
Yeah. It's interesting, just going back to James's comment earlier about my love for Transformers. Purely nostalgia based. Couldn't tell you what happens in the cartoons. Do you know what I mean? I watched them as a kid, but I've not gone back to watch them. I can talk you through Transformers, the movie, the animated movie, and then the subsequent Michael Bay films. Not really read a massive amount of comics. So I love the franchise, but it's purely based on how playing with the toys made us feel, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not really based on the stuff that's come out about them, really.
Yeah, I have that with Pokemon. I have that with Spyro, where like I love those first 3 games, and I just don't care about anything after that, like from that series at all. You know, yeah.
I always find you interesting because you talk about just how my brain works, and I'm not criticizing, but you talk about your love for Supernatural, and yet you often tell us you haven't actually finished the series. You've only watched up to season 6 or
I
something.
stopped. It would be the halfway point. I'm not, and I've watched like bits of episodes, but it's such a commitment. Like there was eventually just so much of it more to watch.
Or your
that,
day's
like-
too full. Or your day's too full, is that what you're saying?
No, but you know what I mean. Like it's not that you don't have time. It's that like you have time, but you want to dedicate so much of it to that, or like I'm going to be watching this now for 3 months.
But you know
or
what I
whatever.
mean? I have such a strict kind of love of it, but not watch it. I
Wow,
find-
I didn't know that.
You know, you can argue also nostalgia based because the time I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
watch it I was so passionate. It was my favorite thing in the world. But I just dropped off. And I also feel like that show should have ended at season 5,
Yeah.
where they weren't sure they were getting another season and they gave it an ending.
There's rumors that they're coming back. Every
The
now and
comic,
then.
I wouldn't
the
be
comic
surprised,
came
yeah.
out last week, and the comic was pretty
Yeah,
good. I enjoyed the
Pick
comic.
that up.
Strictly, yeah, I ain't interested in that. The Matrix, fuzzy, not having it. Enjoyed the first trilogy, I think. Wow, I thought we were friends. Did you? Shame. I love Everything Everywhere. Still pissed there's no physical release in the UK. Can't disagree with Walking Dead. It's just rinse, dry, repeat. It is very samey. Yeah, Phil has said this a few times. Stand by it. Star Wars is overrated. It's good, but overrated. I'm not going to disagree with you on that, Phil. I think Star Wars has got some great bits in it, but it's become kind of a huge kind of beast behemoth, isn't it? But there's a lot of it which isn't good. I'd put horror as a genre. Too much screaming. Wow. James Bond.
Ah,
Never seen any of them all start to finish, but just not for me. I like a bit of Bond. I would. How dare you? I would have said Star Trek, but I'm concerned Andrew may track me down and phaser blast me to death. Yep. Photon
not gonna lie.
torpedoes are locked on.
the only Star Trek thing I like is the J.J. Abrams movies.
Yeah, but they are good. They are Star Trek
Never
for new
connected.
generations.
Never
Yeah,
connected
well,
to
the first
anything
two
other
ones,
than Star
I'll
Trek.
argue.
Yeah.
Sacrilege.
Yeah, any show with canned laughter can cook off. I hate canned laughter. Hate it. Big Bang Theories about geeks, not for geeks. Someone once described it as nerd blackface. I can't see it now. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Phil, nice to see you, Phil. Phil, we're talking about TV shows, movies that you just don't get. Other people love them, but you just don't connect with. So chuck one in the chat. Throwing Keegers under the bus. Absolutely, every opportunity. Okay, next, Efren, that's what up to speed.
I believe you are up next, James. Of course, we have to get a food question in here. You ready?
Yeah.
Bit of a food question.
What's a weird food combo you like? So like, you know, like something that like you'd almost not tell people that you have, or you kind of do like on the side or whatever. You know, people like dip fries and shakes or
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Dirty people do that. Vile people.
Have you ever tried it? It's actually not bad. I have one, and this is so bizarrely like specific. Efren, you're not gonna get this unfortunately, but I like HP brown sauce on a cracker with some cheese. Like that's like instead of like a relish or a pickle.
Oh, that's
a
weird. It's
pickle or
fruity.
something
What?
like that.
I can see that, to be fair.
What is
I
it
don't know,
called?
I don't know.
HP?
HP. It's sort of like A5 steakhouse sauce, kind
Okay.
of be the closest thing.
It's
I
like
can
a
think
fruity
of.
brown sauce. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you tried it, Efren. When you were in when you were in London, you tried a little bit of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
but I don't know,
I
like
don't
ketchup
know-
on a cracker is sort of a bit. But sometimes I'll just have the brown sauce on a cracker. It's just like I don't think it's a bit weird. Yeah.
I don't know that I have weird food combos, but I do disassemble a Big Mac. Yeah. I don't eat a Big Mac as a burger. I eat it in layers. I take the bun off, and I eat the bun, and then I eat the meat. I eat the pickles, and then I eat the bread, the centre part, and then I eat the. Look at everyone's face.
It's not like Dexter fucking. It's not like Dexter Morgan or something. Like why are you?
I was gonna ask you, why do you do that?
I just always have, and I don't know why.
Only a
My
Big
mouth
Mac?
is big enough. Only a Big Mac. Only a Big Mac. Yeah. Always have. As long as I can remember from being a young child, disassemble the Big Mac. And often I forget if I'm in company where people haven't sat and watched us do that before, and I just start doing it. And people are like, what in the shit are you doing? It's like, yeah.
I have to see that in person. But why specifically a Big Mac and not other burgers?
Yeah.
I've seen
James,
you eat
do
a
you not
burger.
understand what I'm saying? I don't know. It's probably a mental health issue.
But if you got like a different, if you got a double cheeseburger from McDonald's, would you do with that?
eat it.
No, just a Big
You've
Mac.
seen me eat. I am, believe it or not, for the size of us and everything like that, I am a funny eater, and I'm a very slow eater.
Oh, very slow.
I take my, well, I mean, compared to you, do you know what I mean? I take my time eating. But the Big Mac is the only thing I kind of take apart. Here's a supplementary question then, because again, I've seen James eat a Sunday roast. Something I always do is I leave the meat till the end, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because I'm full by the time I get to the meat. It's the best bit.
Bizarre.
But I
Absolutely
always
bizarre.
leave the meat till the end of the meal.
When we had
I'm the
Toby's
same.
carvery, like I'm very much like try and get a bite of a bit of everything on a fork. You know what I mean? Like I like that's why I go for it.
Basically, like,
I just find the idea of eating one thing and then eating another thing rather than having both at the same time kind of weird. And I know a lot of people that do that. They'll have their fries and then the burger, and then the fries and stuff. I just think it's strange.
For me, my dad used to eat this and he passed it along to me. And I passed it along to my daughter. When people look at us eat it, this combination, they say, what are you guys doing? So spaghetti, and my dad would put mayonnaise in the spaghetti sauce. And would make it like all, creamier.
Yeah.
So I've been doing it forever since I was a kid, and my daughter does it too. So it's spaghetti
hot-
and mayonnaise.
Hot spaghetti?
Hot spaghetti,
Hot
with
spaghetti, okay.
regular spaghetti with sauce,
Yeah,
tomato sauce on there, but we add mayonnaise to it. Just makes it creamier.
Okay.
So
like
we
I
can-
I'm
have like
sure I've
pasta
seen
salad
a
or
chef,
whatever.
like a chef in the UK, do that, and they made it in front of Gino DeCampo, and he nearly had a fit. But yeah, I have mayo on everything. I like mayo, raw mayo and tomato sauce.
So every time I eat spaghetti, it's always with mayo. And if I don't eat it with the mayo, it just tastes. I still eat it, but to me, it's just the creaminess that it adds to the spaghetti.
How much mayo for like a batch of? Like
Well,
pasta?
say I have a plate of spaghetti and I just add mayonnaise, like a fork. I just put like 1 or 2 scoops. It just depends. So
Yeah.
I've always done that. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. I used to think I used to think that our American cousins were a bit weird when they put, they have a full English breakfast with a waffle on top and then put syrup on it.
Oh yeah.
And then I tried it in America, and
really
bacon and maple syrup. Num num num.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why it's good, but it is.
Definitely.
Okay,
I
guys,
have
let's-
another one. This one is weird.
go on then.
Definitely weird. An ex's father got me onto this. Pate with jam, like strawberry or raspberry jam, like on a piece of toast, like both together. And I know it
I
sounds
wouldn't
weird.
be able to sit in the same restaurant with you. I'd have to leave.
Not in a restaurant. Well, it's similar to like, if you have pate in a restaurant, they give you like the little coolie or whatever. Like it's like that. But like do it at home, toast some chicken liver pate or whatever, and then just a bit of jam with it, and it is, oh my god, it's actually amazing. Like
Wow.
honestly.
Okay, Big Mac with strawberry jam. Sounds wrong, but it tastes great. Oh,
Wow.
peanut butter and bacon on toast.
That sounds
It's an Elvis,
good.
isn't it? It's not what Elvis is doing.
On toast.
I
Wow.
tried to get on board with Dexter, but just can't take the characters. Oh, it's worth persevering with. I love Dexter. Here we go. Strawberry jam and cheddar cheese sandwiches. Oh. My Big Mac with cutlery, of course. Absolutely silver. Carry it everywhere. What would you do with a chicken Big Mac? I would just eat it, Andrew. I would just eat it.
So it
Only
has to
Big
be a
Mac.
beef Big Mac.
Only the beef one.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, just beef. Deconstructed Big Macs and patty. I'm off. You mental.
Is that it, Peter? We caught up?
Yeah, we're up to date.
Yep.
We have the last question by Sorrel, which is a prelude to next month's show, which is all going to be Christmas related questions or holiday related questions. But that's for next month. Here's a little prelude of what's coming up for next month. But Sorrel, you ready for the last question of the day?
Yeah, go for it.
You are up, sir.
So, if you could use a Star Trek replicator to create one infinite supply of one Christmas food, what would it be?
Gosh.
See, I got geeky and Christmas all in one question. Get in.
I can answer this immediately.
Easy.
Yeah,
me
the
too.
honey baked ham, like the glazed, fatty, glazed, like baked. Like you boil it first and then let it cool, and then you glaze it and bake it. That
Boil it in
ham.
Coke? Do you boil it in Coke, James?
No, just water.
Do it. No, boil it in Coke. Boil
Because
it.
it stays salty, and then we have like this ham glaze like brand that I would eat it with a spoon, but then like the fat melts into it and stuff, and like and you just scrape the salty like glaze off the tin. Oh my god, like I'd eat that every day. So definitely that.
Nice. I like to cook a ham as well at Christmas, and I would have probably gone that, but no, I'm going for my grandma's classic, which was, do you know, a loaf tin? Yep. That used to cook loaves in. She would make sausage meat stuffing, but then with the full shebang, and sausage meat stuffing with pistachios in there as well, and then wrap it with streaky bacon, and then bake it in the oven. And then you can have it on your Christmas dinner, but then just having it in the fridge to cut into slices. And you can put it in sandwiches, and it's just lush. I can eat that in different variations, just whatever. Yeah, lush, absolutely lush.
Pigs in blankets for me. Pigs in blankets.
pigs in blankets.
Just an infinite supply of them at the table would be amazing. Yeah.
Fills with
Mine, it's not a Christmas food item per se, but my mom and her sisters used to make it during Christmas. My parents are from El Salvador, and it's a different version of tamales. They used banana leaves, and it was just the aroma in the house. It would be an all-day affair with them cooking it. They used to do it every Christmas. And if I could have a replica, I would do that. I mean, those tamales, I'm just thinking about that. I go to restaurants and I try some tamales that they have there from El Salvador. They're not the same to me, but it would be my mom's tamales when she used to make during Christmas.
So, Efren, I think you've explained it to us before, but I forget. Talk us through what a tamale is, please.
It's basically, it's like corn paste that you put inside of it. You can put meat or chicken and vegetables, and you have to boil it for hours and hours for the paste to solidify. So it'll be somewhat hard. And then it's just a tamale, but they're different from Mexican tamales are different from other tamales from different countries. Like I said, my parents are from El Salvador, and they use banana leaves, the green banana leaves, to make their tamales. And it's just really good, Yeah, when you guys come down here, we'll go to get some tamales for sure. So
I wish Chiquitos was still a thing so we could bring everyone over here and show him what we think Mexican food is in England. I would love to do that to him.
Chiquitos is still a thing. How is that Chiquitos?
Is it still a thing?
Oh
my
yes,
God.
it is.
We need to send him to one of those kind of restaurants, just watch him
Yeah, no,
cry.
no.
San Diego is crazy with Hispanic restaurants. They're just every corner.
Pod Racing Palpatine beef. I love a nice beef Wellington. One of my favourites. I struggle to cook one myself. I always get a soggy bottom, but I do love a nice beef Wellington. I'd love to try. That's one of my bucket list things to try in one of Gordon Ramsay's restaurants. He's kind of world famous beef Wellington. I'd love to try that. If we're not counting American Dr. Pepper, then pigs in blankets every day and twice on Sundays. Yeah, pigs in blankets. A very popular one. We've got Joshy. Nice to see you, pal. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm with Phil on this. I've seen grits lots of times, and it just looks like white slop. So, what are grits, Efren?
I don't know. I might have once or twice myself.
I've had grits in America, but I couldn't tell you what they are. But I've had
It's
them.
sort of like a savory porridge.
Am I right?
kind
Is
of
it like
thing.
like a white porridge?
Yeah, the white
Yeah.
porridge.
Breakfast, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
I
had it
had it
like in
before,
Vegas.
but I couldn't explain it. I've only had like maybe once or twice in my life. I just
I
couldn't.
had like it was like
I wonder-
Cajun
so-
shrimp and grits. It was good.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
But
Cool.
we don't know what it is.
Yeah, we don't.
If we're going full
Grits,
American,
grits,
corn.
grits.
I mean cornbread in America is their maize balls. If
Yeah.
we're talking American food, I mean, every time I go to Florida and we go to House of Blues, cornbread, just keep bringing it. Just keep bringing it. It's like cake, but you eat it at dinner time. It's amazing.
We're up to date, Efren.
Yeah, we're up to date. So that is the last question, guys. I gave a little clue of what's coming on next month for our show. Sorrel came up with a great idea. Next month's show, when we're back, is going to be Christmas or holiday-based questions. It could be. We'll try to get them to comic book entertainment and one bonus question, but it's all going to be around, like I said, holidays or Christmas type questions for next month's show. Guys, before we say goodbye to everybody, what is going on with your channels coming up? I know you guys are going to be at Thought Bubble this weekend, but next week, what's going on?
So live on Tuesday again. So please keep an eye out for that. I'm going to probably have some videos out over the weekend. I'm not sure what yet. Can I just remind people, please, in the chat, there's a new channel just started called Mr. McGroovy. Please go and give him a subscribe. His comic book channel. Let him know we sent you, and we'd really, really appreciate that.
Sorrel, what's going on?
I'll be live on Sunday at 8 p.m. for my show on my channel. Other than that, I'll be back with Pete on Tuesday on his channel. And I've got a couple of videos coming out, Stranger Things based stuff. I've been sent a lot of things from Jazzwares, so I'll be cranking out some of those videos this week.
I must say I'm jealous that you get stuff for free. It's like, dang it, that's pretty cool though. When they send you stuff to review, that's awesome.
It is awesome.
Guys, I'm gonna be jealous in about 48 hours or so when you guys are at Thought Bubble. I was there last year and I had such a blast hanging out with you guys. I definitely have to go back to do that again, but I'll be more prepared mentally for the coldness. So, you guys told me about it, but I was like, damn, it is cold. We did a nighttime Jack the Ripper. We did a nighttime. We walked around. The most fascinating. It was fascinating, but freaking cold at the same time. I was like, damn it, man. I just wanted to get inside. But
To be fair, it was pretty cold. Like, I was pretty
It
cold.
was cool.
So, like, it was
I'll
nice.
give you that.
Like,
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
That was cool. Yeah, that was cool.
And then on the One Good Scare, we have over the weekend. I was at Dublin Comic Con, Dublin Horror Con last weekend. So I'll have a video up tomorrow about that. Our Black Phone 2 review is going to be going up standalone over the weekend as well. We're not going to have a live show because we're at Thought Bubble. And then next week, our I'll Be Right Back is going to be on It, Chapter 1 from 2017. So
I think we have to do a comic book advanced orders this month, right, Peter? Is that coming up this month? Or did we do one already?
We need to get that done. Yeah.
We have to do that in the next 2 weeks. But until next time, everybody, thanks for checking us out. If you like what you see, hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. Like I always say, go out and buy a comic book and read it, everybody. Take care. Bye.